friends, welcome to RS Car Modifiers. Friends, you must be thinking, what is this, all these small boxes, white color boxes? Yes, now I'm gonna explain that today we are gonna install a Audison setup in Mercedes GLE 400D. So this is all about the setup, nearly about 5 lakh audio setup we are doing in this car. So let me explain what and all we are going to do. So you can see a very small box. The box is very small, but the price is 24,990. The output will come amazing. So the more details about this, Mr. Raj will explain the technical part. So I'll hand over to Mr. Raj. Hi Mr. Raj.
Hello. See, we are going to do a complete Audison setup in GLE 400D. So in a GLE 400D, you won't get big speakers like 6.5 inch. So you will get a 4-inch speakers. So we are going to use a wide range of 50 watts AP to MV for the mid-range, and then we are going to use a mid-bass which is 120 watts, which is AP4. So we are going to feed 2 mid-bass and 2 wide range, and it is going to be controlled through a beacon connector, from where I will be connecting to a DRCAC module where I am going to set up the preset. All this will be driven through a 12.14-bit DSP cum amp.
This is a DSP with amplifier?
Yes, this will have a 12 output for the amplifier and 14 output for the DSP. So I am going to drive all 8 speakers through the amplifier and 9 bit for the DSP, where I am going to give all DSP channels to 8 speakers and 1 for the active sub. This is basically an active subwoofer, where you have an inbuilt amplifier in this device itself. So what basically this does it, you don't have to have a amplifier separate for this device, but this amplifier will be directly connected to a DSP, and so you are going to do a complete active setup with all 8 speakers connected to the amplifier cum DSP and 1 subwoofer which we are going to place it in the back, which will be given through the DSP.
So Raj, you explained very well. So what I'm asking, the audio output, what is your expectation, how it will come? See, obviously I'm going to listen it, but how the audio output?
See, basically a Mercedes will come with the preloaded speakers, but the customer is basically not happy with the preloaded speakers and the sound output. So that's why we has come from Mysore, and he has asked me a suggestion. So I have recommended the best speakers in the world, which is Audison. So we'll be putting a small snippet of the output once we completely do the wiring, and we also will be giving you a complete explanation of how the wiring is done and the sound damping is also done.
When you said wiring, I just want to ask you, like, you're going to use everything is connection wise, isn't it?
Correct.
So what is the difference between the normal wire and this wire?
See, these wires are basically 100% copper OFC wires. So we, for doing any high-end setup, we don't use normal copper wires. We use the best brand, which is called as Connections, and this is also recommended by the Audison group as well. So these are completely copper wires. There won't be any loss of signal which is going to be coming from the source.
One more question I wanted to ask you, because in all the cars when you're installing, I have seen a big box. Why for this Mercedes car the small box I can see here?
See, a normal car comes with 6-inch speakers, 6.5 inch speakers, but Mercedes gives only provision for a 4-inch speaker and a tweeter which comes with around 2.5 inches. So we are not using any other variants in Audison like the OCHE series in this, because there is no space in the Mercedes to install this. So that's why we are going with a 4-inch speaker.
When you said OCHE series, the speaker is very, it's quite big, like 6.5 inch as you said. This is a 4-inch speaker. What about the output? The output, what comes in that from the 6.5 inch, it comes from this speaker?
See, the output of this speaker is basically around 120 watts. So if you see a OCHE speaker, the output is approximately 130 watts. So this will be able to give a similar output as you get in an OCHE.
Okay, then let's wait and see. Guys, I hope a detailed video, I mean detailed technical part is explained by Mr. Raj is very much clear to you. So for more details, will you please watch the video till the end. So the between, I'll show you the processing work, and after that how the audio output will become, everything we'll see. Before that, I want to say one thing, the way we do our wiring as well as the damping sheet also is required, right?
See, we are going to do 4 layers of damping.
Okay.
One in the inner side of the door, one is the outer side of the door, and I'm going to do on the inside the trims, we are going to do 2 layers. So I'll be just showing you which are the damping sheets which we are going to use. So just watch it now. Informed, any high-end audio requires a soundproofing. So in soundproofing, we basically do 4 layers of soundproofing. So in any car you have a door, so in the door we can do 2 layers of soundproofing. So the inner layer we preferably use a brand called as Morel, which is also an audio brand. This is the only brand which has a damping as well as speakers. So this is a 2 mm damping sheets. You can see the quality of the damping sheet here. So this will go inside the inner layer. So this goes inside the inner layer of the door, and I'm going to use a foam a damp which will go outside the outside layer of the door. So after this, what we are going to do is we are going to do 2 layers on the inside of the door trim. One, this is called as acoustic damp. So this most probably used in all the studios where the music gets recorded. So all this will get inside the trim of the doors of the door pad. So all this, when it is going to get applied, I'll be explaining you what is the use of that. So this is what which will be going into the Mercedes GLE 400D.
the work has been completed and this has been modified the best brand in the world, that is Audison. As I say all the time, it's my favorite. So we have done completion of work. So I'll hand over to Mr. Raj now. So he'll explain how the work has been done and how the audio output has come. Hi Mr. Raj, now please go ahead.
See, I'm going to basically explain what the upgrades which have been done in this car. As I have given a pre-explanation about what is going to be installed, right now I'm going to really show where the speakers have got changed inside the car. Let us go inside. I'll be explaining the specification of the speakers inside the car one by one. You can come. Basically, this car came with 2 speakers and tweeters in the front side and only 2 speakers in the back side. There is one mid-woofer here and one was down. So what we have revamped basically is completely remove the OEM speakers which have already come in this car, and we have changed into a 12 speaker setup. So let me just explain you where and or we have replaced it. We have started with the 4 doors. The basic things which we have installed is a woofer and a tweeter in each of the 4 doors. Changed the mid woofer here. We have retained the OEM here. Then we have put 2 wide range in the pillars. This car didn't add any speakers in these 2 portions. Now we have replaced that with wide range speakers. So you can see this was not there and we have replaced in that. All the speakers, that is a 12 speaker setup, has been controlled by a 12:14 Forza Audison DSP cum amp, where you have 12 channel amp which is feeder to all 12 speakers and 14 channel DSP, where I have used the 13 and the 14 channel DSP into this active sub. This is a complete setup which we have done it from Audison into a Mercedes GLE 400D. A complete active setup is done. I'll just show you how the output of the music which is coming from the vehicle. You can see these are the OEM speakers which have come. See the quality of the cone and the magnet. These are speakers which have been changed into Audison, the best brand in the world. Why we believe in Audison is the quality of the product, the quality of the DSP cum amp, and the output experience which is provided to the customer. The customer has traveled 150 kilometers from Bangalore. That is from Mysore. They have come to us only for the installation of the Audison speakers. This is a very simple setup which is going to drive the complete car. This is a 12.14 bit Forza amplifier cum DSP, and next is a beacon. Beacon is basically a device which you can connect it through your mobile, and there will be at least a 50% difference in the output which you can get in your speakers. And this is an active sub where we have feeded the input from the DSP for a better experience, and this is one of the best product in the world.
Thank you so much Mr. Raj, you have explained very well. So guys, I'm very sure that the very good informative video has been done and explained by Mr. Raj how the the audio setup has been done for the Mercedes-Benz. It's not that small cars, big cars, high-end cars, medium cars, anything. Any brands of car comes, all our team is ready to do the work. So this is what I want to show you, one Mercedes-Benz, how professionally the work has been done. Also, this all credit also goes to our entire team. Especially, I would like to say thanks to Mr. Maksud and Mr. Nazir, who has worked day and night. So I'll let me call them. So it's Mr. Maksud and Mr. Nazir Bhai has done a wonderful job. Without them, it was impossible to do. Without Raj also, it was impossible to do, because as a team, we have to work. So this is a beautiful and amazing, wonderful job is done by my main backbones, that is Mr. Nazir and Mr. Maksud. So what you would like to say, Raj, about all the...
See, we like to say one thing is like, see, Audison is a brand which we can install in a Alto 800 till a Mercedes. We have proven that in this video. We have all eligible technicians who can work from a small car to a very high-end car. So we just want to say everyone, for any setup in Audison, kindly contact us. We have well-trained people with us to give the installation and give you a service later on. We just expect more people to come and experience the Audison setup. We already have an Audison setup in our Thar. So just to experience that, you can come to my store and the installation will happen later on. Thank you everyone for just watching this video. We hope we meet soon in my office and do an Audison setup. Thank you.
So thank you so much guys for watching this video, and for more details below there is a number you can call or you can visit. Thank you so much, and thank you Mr. Nazir, and thank you so much Mr. Maksud. Thank you so much. Bye bye guys. Thank you.